right.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yes, welcome. Thank you for tuning in again to this podcast about the police. Let's start. It's April 1st. If you are listening to this, the day it comes out.
Joffrey, what the cops do this week?
And yeah, here are the headlines of the week involving the police here in America. Cop in Woburn, Massachusetts is indicted for drinking, driving, and fatally crashing into a disabled man, R.I.P. Angelo Schettino.
Cops in Louisville, Kentucky fatally shoot a woman experiencing a mental health crisis. Identity of victim has not yet been released.
ICE cops in San Bernardino, California have a man die in their custody. Identity of this man has not yet been released.
Cops in Donora, Pennsylvania have a man die in their custody. R.I.P. John Miller.
Cop in Plymouth, Massachusetts and her husband are charged with repeatedly sexually assaulting their foster child.
Cop in Broward County, Florida is arrested for sexual battery.
Cop in Atlanta is arrested for sexual assault.
Cop in Austin is arrested for sexual assault.
Cop in Redwood City, California is convicted of sexually assaulting multiple women while on duty.
Cop in Tucson, Arizona is fired for trying to negotiate sex with a woman he was taken to jail.
Cop in Spring, Texas is arrested for pulling a gun on his ex-wife and the man she was with.
Cop in Brunswick, Maine is charged with assaulting a 17-year-old.
School cop in Buckeye, Arizona is under investigation for choking and repeatedly punching his teenage son.
Cop in San Antonio, Texas is arrested for domestic violence.
Cop in Evansville, Indiana is arrested for domestic violence a second time.
Cop in Hillsborough County, Florida is arrested for domestic violence.
Cop in Hillsborough County, Florida is arrested for domestic violence.
Cop in Hillsborough County, Florida is arrested for domestic violence.
And yeah, that was not an error on my part. That was three separate instances of three separate cops in Hillsborough County, Florida being arrested for domestic violence. Unrelated. It's not that they were all on a big outing together with their wives and I don't know what happened. It was unrelated.
40% of the police force in that police force beats their wives.
Yeah. 40% of this weekend.
It was just, damn.
Yeah.
Bitch, it's still cold outside. I don't even know what could. I don't even know. That's horrible.
They're all getting processed together. They're like, oh,
hey, Jonathan, Steve, what you doing here? Be you what? God, I hope they rot in jail. I mean, what? That is insane.
Yeah,
dude. At that point, the police chief has to come out and be like, guys, all right, maybe we're the problem. Like, it's something.
Yeah,
that has to. But that most likely will not happen. They will do no self-reflection. They'll probably just continue beating their spouses. Disgusting. Right?
Yeah. But that's, unfortunately the
niggas was doing it like they get like two more. You get one free.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
3 strikes, you're out. They're like, what does that mean? Just, you're out. It's just a metaphor for baseball.
Out of my job? No, we would never get you out of the job. You're very much well employed.
Yeah. So shout out Hillsborough County, Florida. Try to stay safe out there. Before we dive into our main episode, let's say, Ashley, what do we got on our Patreon for our loyal subscribers this week?
Premium subscribers? For our preemies out there, because that's what we call you guys, preemies, in our Patreon, we'll be talking about a possible new legal hurdle to ICE arresting migrants outside of courtrooms. Yay. A cop fired for blowing the whistle on his chief, threatening to rape and murder a female subordinate, and a cop convicted of the rape and murder of a child getting a lucky break in the justice system.
Wow, who would have thought?
Yeah.
So that'll be our Patreon, but before we dive into our main new episodes of the week, we got some updates on some ongoing stories we've been covering. Cops arresting sober drivers. This has been going on probably since the beginning of time, probably since the Big Bang 14 billion years ago. But recently, it's being recorded a lot and being discussed, not really discussed on a national scale yet, but we're seeing a lot of local reporting around the country. And one of the places that's doing a lot of the best reporting on this issue locally is Tennessee. And WSMV4, shout out them. They're doing great work. And so one of the troopers who, so this is the new news. One of the troopers who we now know has arrested at least 8 sober drivers and is facing 3 federal lawsuits because this is kind of funny. The most recent sober driver he arrested ended up being a U.S. attorney.
Damn.
Seemed like a federal prosecutor.
Damn.
So not not the type of person a cop wants to beef with. Yes, the feds. But what they are doing with this cop is that they are giving him retraining. To me, that says it all, folks. Retraining. Oh, you must have forgot your training that when you arrest drivers for DUI, they have to be intoxicated. So, no worries. Here's a 4-hour web training module for you to take, and everything will be right as rain.
To be a cop. Be a cop, you just get breastfed. This is such a good, you work at a restaurant, you spit in the food, your ass is done. No one's like, oh, you know what the issue is? It's training.
Yeah.
Let's give him one more time. Nigga, if you don't kill him in the back, what are you talking? Like, that's so great. Like, that's actually insane. This guy's getting away with literally framing people.
Yeah.
Is that not like, you're framing people? That's a crime.
Yeah, usually, like, they love to say that line in local articles. They'll be like, an officer finds him on the other side of the law.
Yeah.
Where's that line here? That's the line we need right here. But he finds him himself still at his job, getting training, probably paid training, to not frame people.
2 more strikes? So you're saying I get 2 more strikes, and then that's. I mean, every day we sit on this every week we sit on this podcast.
Flabbergasted.
Yeah. Just that cops are the white people of government workers.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time that sentence has been said.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thought about it on the way here.
Nice. Really? That wasn't a riff?
I didn't. I definitely. I'm not even sure.
I didn't write that down. I would never write that down.
Freestyle, baby. I'm like Lil Wayne. I'm like Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You don't write. No. But damn, dude, that's just, it's tough. Just disappointing. It's like, bro, what gets them in trouble?
Yeah.
What does get them in trouble?
Yeah.
Niggas can frame, like, that is like a movie. Like, this cop is framing. I don't
Yeah.
It's just insane, folks. Don't drive drunk or be sober. You still
That's not the moral of the story.
I know. You're still going to get arrested.
These motherfuckers were driving sober.
I think I can still put out a PSA to don't drive drunk unless you're just pro-drunk driving.
My PSA is that, look, if you're getting arrested for driving sober, shit, might as well. Might as well at this point.
Well, if you're taking me to jail, let me sip this. Let me get one more little sip. My little mini bottle. Hold on.
Yeah. That's our official stance.
Yeah, if you're getting arrested sober and you're about for DUI, do that line of coke.
Yeah.
Just get fucked. Oh, sorry. Stop diddling with it. Sorry.
Next little update. So we mentioned earlier a woman in Detroit shot 6 times by the police while in her car, survived miraculously.
God damn.
Her name is Tracy Allen, and we finally got the lawsuit coming. $25 million lawsuit. So we haven't gotten the body cam footage yet. What we know is this. The police chief, so this is how we know it's bad. The Detroit police chief himself, because what had originally happened was that she was being pulled over. She asked for a supervisor. Now, apparently the law is if you ask for a supervisor, they have to get a supervisor. Mm-hmm. But he refused.
It's the one time you can be a Karen.
Yes. He refused. He was being aggressive. She was being scared. So she started driving away. And then it was a chase. And at some point during all this, while she was driving away, they just start lighting her up, shoot her 6 times. But what is very telling about this is that, so they still threw her in jail, right? Mm-hmm. Resisting arrest, all the stuff they could throw you in jail for driving away from the police. But the police chief, once he viewed the body cam footage, which we have not seen yet, but once the chief of police viewed this body cam footage, he immediately ordered her to be released from jail. So not
Damn.
right.
That is unprecedented on this podcast.
We need to see this goddamn body cam footage.
Never in the entire time we've been doing this ever happened.
Yeah. So $25 million lawsuit filed, and we definitely will be talking about the body cam footage when it comes out because it sounds like it's not good for the Detroit police. So let's start the main stories of the week, and we'll be starting with a rare. Every now and then we get like a positive. We had a lot of positive stories. We got Afro Man taking a big old dump all over Ohio cops. Now we got this. Reading from Politico, the headline, visibly upset and struggling. Acting ICE head hospitalized twice over stress. Officials say.
I used to give stress a bad name.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, people go crazy about stress. No, we need to make these niggas anxious. We need to wreck these ICE agents' nervous system, nigga.
All these gurus out here teaching us how to like get rid of stress in our world. Why? We need that shit. Sometimes it's the only weapon that we have of resistance.
Anybody else back tight? For some reason, I keep doing these ice raids and my back gets tighter and tighter every morning.
Yeah, so we're talking about Todd Leons. So acting head of ICE, Todd Leons, has been hospitalized at least twice for stress-related issues as he has carried out President Donald Trump's aggressive immigration agenda. It is.
The only nigga that don't ever seem to be stressed is Donald Trump. This nigga is the only nigga.
Yeah.
This nigga shows no signs of not a wrinkle. It hasn't been a new wrinkle on this 80-year-old nigga in 10 years.
Yeah.
It's like 16 years.
He's on the podium. We're on the brink of World War III. He's like riffing.
You guys see that statue I built outside? Shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Look at the ballroom. I fucked that shit up. It's like, nigga. That is.
Meanwhile, his inner circle is crumbling.
His fucking aging.
Having panic attacks.
Stephen Miller had hair before he started the administration.
So he's a great character in this story. So Todd Leon, hospitalized twice for stress-related issues. And, come on. That's funny. But let's keep going here. The strain, talking about Trump's aggressive immigration agenda, the strain that has caused him to struggle to make key decisions for the agency, according to 2 current and 2 former administration officials. The hospitalization took place over the last 7 months. Hospitalizations, plural, over the last 7 months. In one incident in December, Leon's security detail drove him to a hospital in Washington, and he was admitted overnight, according to 1 former and 2 current administration officials. During an episode in September, the 3 people said Leon's was hospitalized for at least 1 night. In a separate incident in L.A. over the summer, Leon's became so distressed when ICE agents could not locate a migrant on their target list after a ride-along with top administration officials that one of his bodyguards took a portable defibrillator from a nearby... Like, this motherfucker's about to die.
Sir,
we're gonna need to resuscitate our boss.
Your eye is red. Just fucking a vessel burst in his eye. Sir, you okay?
Sir, I can see your heart beating through your bulletproof vest. Is that good? Took a portable defibrillator from a nearby government office to Leon's in case he needed medical intervention.
They were gonna fucking shock this nigga back to work. Get back to work. Mexicans. Comes back. That's actually.
That's honestly, that's like great prop comedy. Like, hey, you need this, bro? You good?
He comes back to life. I was almost free. Why did you bring me back?
I love all these stories about ICE like crumbling in the pressure. It's like, as inhumane they are, we see the little traces of humanity come back with this dude having fucking panic attacks.
Their soul isn't human, but their fucking physiology is still.
Exactly.
There's still
something in there. They have a weakness of humanity in there.
You have to be tied to this mortal coil, and that's where we'll strike. That's where we'll remove every stress ball from the fucking city.
Curse this human physical body of mine.
So you have so many veins popping up here.
This is why like tech CEOs will go and like take ayahuasca in the Amazon.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for this guy, he's too racist to go to South
I will
America.
never go.
So he has to struggle with all this.
Already sounds way too ethnic.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that?
Oh, that's gonna give me diarrhea.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
thank
not
you.
eating that. I'm trying to get the ayahuasca out of America.
Yeah, or like, sir, that's not Trende Aragua. That's a shaman. Please remove his zip ties. You're scaring Gwyneth Paltrow.
No, we actually need to go into the DMT realm and start arresting machine elves.
Exactly.
Deport them from the DMT realm.
Sir, get your knee off of the entity. He's speaking a language of love. That ain't English. Speak English.
The five-eyed Mesoamerican demon. I don't know what he's saying, but get him out. I don't speak English.
Yeah. The demigod's having an anchor baby. Stop it immediately. God damn.
Yeah, I love this story.
Yeah,
I forgot stress could work on the positive.
Yeah.
There are Inside Out 3. You have your new plot, okay? Inside Out 2 1 was about sadness. Mm-hmm. 2 was about, I don't know, ennui and friendship. I forgot already.
Yeah.
Imagine it. But 3 needs to be about stress and how it could be good.
Yeah.
Killing.
It's inside Todd Leon's head, but instead of Amy Poehler, it's just like 4 devils.
No, it's just 4 different immigrants. The UN wreaking havoc to his fucking nervous.
They zoom out. He's got a gun to his forehead and Lo's staring in the mirror. God damn it. I'm going to put an end to you.
No, he's just the anger. His head's on fire. He's the anger fucking.
Yeah.
No, shout out to Inside Out too. But
yeah, shout out Inside Out too. Let's go back to this article. During these episodes, the current and former officials said they saw Leon's break out into a full sweat with his face turning deep red. Wow, this is a Pixar movie.
Literally osmosis.
It is. And smoke coming out of his ears.
The white blood cells that are in his body attacking these these foreign objects. I don't know.
There you go. There you go. They also attributed the source of the pressure to ramp up deportations to the White House and top advisor Stephen Miller, who yelled at Leon's during phone calls with administration officials. According to 4 people who were on the calls, other officials disputed that Miller had yelled at Leon's, with one saying the deputy chief of staff was merely passionate.
It's so funny to get yelled at by Stephen Miller.
Yeah.
A man who spent a good portion of his life
inside of a locker.
Yeah. Just dunked in the toilet. Just fucking swerved. And when I get out of this, I'm locking every...
One day you'll see.
Yeah, he absolutely...
You'll all see. Fuck. Yeah. Should not have given him that last swirly.
Yeah,
that's our bad.
I think that last little swirl... Maybe if we go into a counterclockwise toilet... maybe we can reverse this. That's the only way you can.
Yeah. Look, Todd Leon's got a toxic boss. Stephen Miller. We've all been there.
Yeah, your boss is a card-carrying white supremacist.
Yeah,
you just have to get rid of.
Yeah, I've definitely had jobs where I felt that my boss was a card-carrying white supremacist.
Yeah, but
this guy prints out the cards.
Yeah. He's the guy who has the signature.
Yes.
Stephen Miller.
Yeah. Yeah. So look, ICE pretty toxic worker. ICE should do like a corporate retreat and go out to Cabo and just arrest everyone who works there.
I'm picturing workplace comedy with ICE.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, never mind. This actually, under the new FCC, this might be a real show that I might save. Let's go on.
Yeah. We'll talk. Miller did not respond to a request for comment, but the attempt to blame Miller is the latest example of continued infighting among administration figures over immigration policy, even after former DHS Secretary Kristi Noem and some of her aides have departed the agency. Quote, He would be visibly upset and struggling to make decisions that were needed to be made by the director, said one of the former officials, referring to Leon's. One current official and 2 former officials also said that Leon's often takes a long time making decisions, forcing his deputies to have to do more work.
Yo, this guy has imposter syndrome and his Ku Klux Klan job.
Bro is genuinely not cut out for this shit.
I thought I was racist.
Yeah. You ain't cut from the cloth.
The real racists come in the room.
Yeah, dude. You got to be cut from that Genghis Khan cloth, bro.
Yeah, that was my favorite. I love it when like a guy who thinks he's racist meets a real racist. Like all the New York racists who were like, when Mom Donnie leaves, I'm leaving. I'm going somewhere else. It's like, you're going to leave and you're going to go to Ohio. You're going to meet the real racist. You're going to meet the real goddamn. They're like, wait a minute. You're Irish? I'm fucking get out of my country.
Yeah.
This is not.
Yeah, we institute the 1 drop rule for Irish people. That's how racist we are.
Take that shit back to England, motherfucker. No.
Are those is that red roots in your hair? Nah. Hell no.
We don't people of color. But
yeah, so shout out Todd Leons. Hope he continues to be tormented mentally and spiritually.
I love that they've created they're like in hell internally. Like they're just literally just.
He can't take it. He's not good enough.
But like when people are evil, that's what happened. Like look at like Darth Sidious. Like you know how Darth Sidious.
No, I don't know this reference.
Fuck.
What is this? What
Star
DC?
Wars?
Okay, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
I have.
You know the guy who controls Darth Vader?
Is he the evil old guy?
Yeah, like,
okay,
look ugly
the
as hell.
gross-looking guy. Yeah.
It's not. That's like what happens when you eat your body. Just your body can't take the evil, so it just like rots from within.
You have to be a true sociopath like Trump to just straight up enjoy this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That nigga ain't stressed at all.
Yeah.
That's
you got to have that Debo mentality that Trump has.
He's in a flow state right now. He's in a racist flow state. His body, his mind, and soul are one right now.
He's Mike Tyson. He's born for this shit. He's born.
Literally. That's why, don't give up on your dreams, folks. Because I bet when Trump was like 40, he didn't see him he didn't see him living out this racist fantasy. He had to keep building. He had to keep growing. Eventually, he made it happen.
He was on Epstein's Island. He was like, is this all there is to life?
I thought I'd be more. I thought I had more potential.
There's got to be something out there for me.
I can get rid of the 14th Amendment. I know I can.
Yeah.
If I just believe in myself. But
yeah, let's go
lovely
on.
Story. Lovely story.
Had a little fun there. And now let's see. We're going to California.
We're going to the decay of our society. Back to the regularly scheduled program. We're going to L.A., Los Angeles Times. More than 500,000 ballots seized by top GOP candidate in California's governor race. They're stealing ballots, folks. Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco, a leading Republican candidate for governor, has seized more than 650,000 ballots from last November's election to determine, he says, whether they are fraudulently counted. It's always the projection. That's how they're always like, these people are stealing the election, so I got to steal it. I'm going to steal it before you steal it, so they can never steal it. And if I steal it, then it never got stolen.
This is what it's like when a sheriff is running for governor. He's like, all right, so step 1, we can arrest all my opponents, right? Yeah. They're like, no. He's like, well, what can we do? Can seize some ballots, I guess? So you can try something like that. I mean, I think Trump would probably be into that sort of stuff.
Niggas planting fake ballots on people. Well.
Yeah.
What is this?
Instead of sprinkling crack, he's sprinkling a ballot.
Well. I noticed 10 to 15. He's arresting people to make them like ineligible to vote. That's like one way. I hope I'm not giving this guy ideas. The investigation is simple. Physically count the ballots and compare that result with total votes recorded. Bianco said at a news conference Friday, the unusual probe drew a sharp rebuke from California Attorney General Rob Bonta, who said in a statement that it is unprecedented in both scope and scale and appears not to be based on facts or evidence. Critics, meanwhile, said Bianco's ballot seizure is a threat to democracy and another attempt by Republican election deniers to disenfranchise voters. Every time Republicans say that there's like election fraud, it's always Republicans.
Yeah. Well, we're seeing the literal, like people say that like Donald Trump is causing like the deterioration of our institutions, right? This is it. This is an institution of our elections and the faith we're supposed to have in them. How that is, I know I sound like MSNBC right now, but how that's vital for a healthy democracy is the legitimacy of our elections. And once this president keeps railing against them with no evidence, it's going to have cascading effects. And here we got a fucking sheriff running for office and seizing
ballots, nigga.
Ballots. It's insane.
Yeah, no, when what's that lady on MSNBC?
Rachel Maddow.
Rachel Maddow. Every time she talks, I roll my eyes. But
I know.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
She's like, I told you. I told you. Like, shit. Where was I? Critics, meanwhile. Nope. I'm just going to reread that. Critics, meanwhile, said Bianco's ballot seizure is a threat to democracy and another attempt by Republicans, election deniers, to disenfranchise voters. There is no indication anywhere in the United States of widespread voter fraud, Bonta said. Counts, recounts, hand counts, audits, and court cases all support this. Bodies. Sorry. According to Bonta's...
Are you quoting TikTok edits?
Yeah, right?
Oh, my God.
TikTok brain rot is coming to the fucking podcast. According to Bonta's office, Bianco's department on February 26th seized about 1,000 boxes of ballot materials in Riverside County related to November election from Proposition 50, which temporarily redrew the state's congressional districts to favor Democrats in response to partisan redistricting in Republican states, including Texas. Oh, so this is about the California's response to Texas gerrymandering.
Yes.
And so he's trying to...
Yeah, seems like a great political move for him. I mean, look, he's running for the nomination. He's running for the Republican nomination for governorship in California. Obviously, Republican's not going to win.
That's what
for governorship in California.
I do want to know: is there the same way Texas is turning purple? Could California turn red? I mean, they seem to. California has a lot. People hate Gavin Newsom. Like,
sure,
Californians, not just like the average, Republican or like the average like leftist who knows he's like, this guy's fucking hollow ass candidate who'll say anything, who kind of has no beliefs, to be quite honest. But
look, maybe I don't know if there is some evidence and data that California is becoming less blue. That could be true. I haven't heard anything.
I'm not sitting here to say. I've just heard of the talks about how antsy. They don't. It's just California is becoming way less. What's it called? Not democratic as in, but like democratic as in blue. But,
sure, maybe, but I don't think this guy has any fucking chance of winning.
I hope not.
But I think it's like the move that he's doing is that, look, obviously obviously conservatives in California hate Gavin Newsom, and so to try to attack Gavin Newsom's famous move of redistricting in response to Texas redistricting, that's a great political maneuver.
Sure.
A sheriff has the power to do. To go and seize ballots and then make your little, like, how they'll pose with the drugs that they seize, having ballots of boxes in front, like guns and stuff in front.
People have so much audacity at their workplace. I am so... It took me 3 years to put food in the fridge. Like these people, I'd be like, can I do that? These niggas just like, I'm gonna steal ballots.
Yeah.
Nothing in you was like, will I get in trouble for this? Like these niggas, I need that.
Yeah.
I need that in me. I think that's called that dog.
It's called audacity.
Oh, audacity. I think it's called the criminal element.
Yeah. Impunity. That's the word we're gonna use.
I think I need a gun.
Yeah, exactly.
I need a gun.
It's called an impunity device. With this device,
I can do anything I want.
How do I attain true freedom on this earth? Aha!
Technology.
Wow, that felt good.
I think.
Can I get a badge too? Oh my God.
I think I should be governor of California. Let me be governor of California. Give me your ballots. Give me your votes, nigga. In March 4th, letter to Bianco Bonta said the seizure of the ballots sets a dangerous precedent and will only sow distrust in our elections. He threatened to seek legal recourse if Bianco does not halt his investigation. Bianco is an outspoken Trump supporter who said in an endorsement video in 2024 that after 30 years of putting criminals in jail, he figured it was time to put a felon in the White House. Trump 2024, baby. What the fuck? What the fuck? That is such cognitive dissonance. What?
Yeah. I mean, look, it's audacity. He knows what he's saying. He's self-aware.
That's like, dude, that's like you smile and then the vampire fangs
Yes,
come out.
that's what he's
like
doing.
Literally. What? Anyway.
Bodies.
This shit is crazy. I'm gonna reread that shit again because it's so jarring. It's like this is a sheriff saying after 30 years of putting criminals in jail, he figured it was time to put a felon in the White House. That you have no, like, the sanctity of law means nothing to you, and you are a sheriff. Then, like, this guy,
Or he's kind of just a funny guy.
he was convicted of. Trump was convicted of like, I don't know if it was rape, but it was like sexual assault.
It was the well, it says right there. It was the
referencing Trump's conviction by a New York jury for falsifying business records while paying hush money to a porn actor.
Yes.
Oh, what was his? Then what was?
Stormy Daniels.
But E. Carol Jean, he got. I mean, I know he got. That was a I mean, I think that was like civil.
Yeah, that was him suing her for defamation, and she beat that. It's hard to keep up with all of his lawsuits over time.
Yeah. No, I think it was the opposite. I think she sued him for defamation for saying he did not rape her.
Yes.
And then she won because they were able to prove that he.
But I don't think maybe that's not a felony.
Sure. Okay. But his investigation, which includes all the ballots cast in Riverside County in November, raises questions about how he would handle the election denialism movement if elected governor. A poll released last week by UC Berkeley Institute of Governmental Studies and co-sponsored by The Times showed Bianco and conservative commentator Steve Hilton leading the crowded field of gubernatorial candidates by slim margins, with the Democratic vote split among multiple candidates in a left-leaning state. In his March 4th letter, the Attorney General criticized Bianco's plan to use Sheriff's Department staffers who are not trained and have no experience to count the ballots. He's just, y'all know how to count ballots? No.
Yeah, the Attorney General is like, look, everyone knows cops can't count. How are we having them in charge of counting ballots, the people who can't count?
Yeah, cops are absolutely people you could be like, 1, 2, 6, 9, 15. Wait, damn it, I gotta start back. Shit, stop throwing me off, man. But at this news conference Friday, Bianco fired back by calling Bonta an embarrassment to law enforcement. Nalder, the Sacramento State professor, said vote counting is a more sophisticated, rigorous, and regulated process than most people realize. That's why any rando off the street can't be asked to do something as delicate as counting ballots. But we can't let those randos have guns and chase fucking humans. Just psychotic. She said, and law enforcement officers are trained in a very different way. It's not their area of expertise, a Riverside County Superior Court judge, Bianco said, has ordered the appointment of a special master to oversee the ballot count. In a statement Friday, Secretary of State Weber said the sheriff's assertion that his deputies know how to count is admirable. Damn. Literally the joke you just made. Literally the joke you made is currently being said by the Secretary of State. The fact remains that he and his deputies are not election officials, and they do not have expertise in election administration.
Yeah, we are living in the era of bars in terms of politicians. We can thank Trump for that. We can thank Trump for
honestly, sometimes I hate it. Let me get this. Two things can be true. I need my representatives to have decorum, professionalism, make me feel like there are some adults in the room. And other times, just call somebody a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah,
I think two things can be true. If I was a politician, bruh,
I believe you.
But listen, I would have gravitas. I mean, I don't.
Would you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Part of me thinks I would. Yeah, I wouldn't make it as a candidate, but I would go far.
What would you be? I could see being mayor of New York.
Mayor of New York?
Carrying
Can
the
you
torch.
become mayor of New York calling niggas bitch ass niggas? How far can you go?
You could be president of the United States.
Trump is like
Calling women pig-faced hippos or whatever he said.
Literally calling people disabled and just like attacking mentally disabled. Like it's calling veterans who died. What did he say? He was like,
I don't know.
Those aren't my soldiers. Some shit like that. If you die and
losers.
That's crazy.
Oh, he actually said losers?
He literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
like people who don't get caught.
That's so crazy. It is like, look at him. This nigga he ain't got caught. This nigga slippery. He got that weave. But yeah, I don't know. I'll think on my presidential plans.
So shout out California, and we'll see how this gubernatorial election goes.
Gavin Newsom, now's your chance to get a gun and steal votes back.
Yeah.
Y'all just got to tit for tat.
Yeah.
He's already playing their game. That's like kind of his political strategy. He got a Twitter account that's like mimicking Trump's tweets, so he should do the same thing with this guy. Impersonate an officer.
Yeah, Gavin Newsom, don't run for president. That's what I got to say. So let's go now to New York City.
New York City?
Reading here from Gothamist. They do great work. The NYPD is not required to protect New Yorkers, city lawyers argue in court filing. That's the headline. The NYPD is not constitutionally required to help a person being attacked by an angry mob, lawyers for the city argued in a recent court filing. The argument came in response to a claim filed by Amanda Lucci, who alleged NYPD officers failed to protect her from a mob of young men and boys who she said attacked her in Crown Heights in Brooklyn in 2025. Now, this is a viral video. If y'all remember, it was a lady trying to walk through Crown Heights, and she is being, as it says, followed by an angry mob of what looks like Orthodox Jewish people, but they are yelling at her. They're getting in her face. They are being extremely physically intimidating. And this one guy was yelling, like, basically about her being raped. This was, it's recent memory of all the, Zionists bringing up rape in this way of like, oh, October 7th, why don't you be raped? Like, this was a common thing that was being said. And they were hurling this to this woman who apparently was not even, like, they assumed she was part of, like, some pro-Palestinian protest, which is why they were tormenting her like this. She says she was just trying to walk home. Like, she wasn't even a part of that. Not that there's ever a reason to treat anyone like this.
Yeah. And to say for your response to be like, we'll rape you and the mob, you're the bad guys.
Yes.
You are the bad guys, guys.
So this is what this whole lawsuit is stemming from. So in her lawsuit, Lucci said she was surrounded, kicked, and threatened. Yes. So I didn't want to say anything that I didn't want to misremember anything, but yeah, they were physically attacking her. Kicked and threatened by the large group of people, most of whom were wearing traditional Orthodox Jewish garb, after they mistook her for a pro-Palestinian protester in front of a historic synagogue. Her lawsuit claims the NYPD officers who responded to the scene emboldened the mob by doing nothing to quell the situation, in part because they also believe Lucci was expressing pro-Palestinian views. Attorneys for the city wrote last week that they will ask a judge to dismiss the lawsuit for a number of legal reasons. Among their arguments, and again, so this is attorneys from the city wanting to dismiss this lawsuit. Among their arguments, and this is a classic argument. We've brought this up several times on this podcast. We brought it up recently with the legal arguments defending the cops at Uvalde who stood by while children were being killed. Among their arguments is one that the NYPD has no constitutional requirement to protect someone from being attacked. This is true. Supreme Court has upheld this. The police are not obligated to protect us.
Who came up with protect and serve? Is that just like some fake shit?
It is. It's just a motto.
That shit's crazy.
You know, it's like Nike, just do it. They don't really want you to just do it. Like it could, it could be anything you want to just do. You know, it's just a motto.
Yeah, it's meaningless.
It is.
Protect and serve. That's what we meant.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Let's back to the article. It's an argument that may surprise most people, but the attorneys cited a number of prior cases. They say back up their defense and show judges may agree with their view. And just to like explain the argument, so basically the argument is that a cop cannot be constitutionally liable, meaning that a cop cannot face charges, like face repercussions, legal repercussions, go to jail for not doing their job, right? And you present it that way, it makes more sense. Like that could be true for any one of us. If you're at work, whatever your job is, and you don't do it, should you go to jail for that? Obviously not. So the same logic applies to the police. But, giant but, it's a little different when we pay all this tax money and give police all this power they have to lord over us with guns and legal protections that they abuse constantly. And still, when the time comes to actually use that power and those guns to actually protect us, and they stand by and just watch, that feels wrong. It feels like,
Yeah.
So
it's like a broken dryer. You ever put clothes in a dryer and the clothes still come out wet, and you're like, nigga, what the fuck?
yeah.
You're supposed to dry my clothes? I'm not actually here to dry your clothes. This may have been not a good metaphor, but that's what it reminds me.
It is a metaphor.
It's certainly something.
Yeah.
It's certainly words for sure. But no, it's like, what is your job? It's like, okay, do firefighters don't have to stop fires? It's like,
yeah, that is a great analogy. I wonder what's the legality there.
Yeah, like,
if a firefighter pulls up to a fire and watches a crowded a building full of families burn and they don't do anything about it, I wonder if the same principle applies.
I don't know where that dryer metaphor came from. I don't know why I didn't just start with the firefighter metaphor.
I thought I did a pretty good job explaining it.
You did.
Ash is like, you're confusing the audience. Here, I got this. Like, imagine, all right, you got back from the beach, right? And what are your clothes? They're wet.
You see a stingray. Where is this going? Hold on. I never really have the end to these.
Yeah.
I have the start.
You went to bed and you had nightmares, and you woke up, oh no, you did it again. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's actually normal for this up to 12, 13 years old.
Condoms aren't supposed to stop you from having baby.
All right, back to this article. Okay, so we've explained the legal argument, I hope. After all this time, I hope everyone
that was
understands.
a great explanation. No, your explanation was so good, it almost had me side with the cops. Like, yeah, niggas shouldn't be forced to say I don't write a funny joke. You can't make me write a funny joke, nigga.
Yeah. So that's the
but
argument.
my jokes aren't the difference between life and death with some people. So.
Yes. Yeah. And it's like, and with some of these cases, like with I would say, like, if we're being fair, and that's our job, to be fair and balanced, like many cases where cops don't do their jobs, you wouldn't really think, they should go to jail for that.
Yeah.
But you have these cases like Uvalde, like Parkland High, like this, where I feel like many of just average people would step in and try to do something. And like this, that's why I like the argument being presented by the lawyers representing the woman in this scenario, because they're arguing not that the cops just were neutral and their absence of action was just a neutral factor. They're arguing that by doing nothing, they emboldened the audience. I mean, the crowd. And I think that's a good argument, because when you're like mob, put yourself mob mentality. That's what this was, an angry mob, and you're just being an angry mob. You're hurling insults. You're intimidating, and you're surrounded by NYPD, and you're looking at the NYPD, and you're looking back, you're looking at the NYPD, you're looking back, and they are standing by and watching. To you, the angry mob, that's a green light. Oh, we can push this further then. We can keep going.
Can keep going. I mean, she said she was kicked and assaulted. Is that not a crime?
Exactly.
The time they pick and choose when they want to do their job, bro. It's like, okay, if you can pick and choose when you do your job, it's very ironic when you do your job, because I see them on my block. Like I said, I've been telling you the saga of my street.
Yes.
Cops have been on my street every day for the past 3 years. Every single day, there's 2 cops on the corner of my street all the time. And now they scare all the street niggas. They're gone. They don't. I mean, it was winter time, so maybe they'll be coming back the warmer it gets. But they've been gone for the past winter and fall. And so the only people that I see now the cops are bored. Only people they pull over now, only people they fuck with are delivery drivers. Every time I get off the train and I'm walking and I'm on my block, it's just a guy on his bike and talking to 2 cops, like literally twice in 1 week.
What could the beef be?
It literally fills me with so much. As soon as I'm like, bro, I can't go and interact with them, because I'm just like, I know I'm gonna fucking just get myself fucked up or all this shit, and I'm so mad because it's like they're picking on these. My point is to say, the times they pick on so many defenseless people, just niggas working. I think he maybe didn't stop at the exact how they be driving. Probably like reckless driving is what they are. But my street, it's tough. I'm not gonna defend. Niggas shouldn't be driving wild, but also they're constantly. It's like they target them now, and it just shows that they pick and choose. A lady got assaulted, nothing.
Yeah, and just I'll just summarize the rest of, because we've been talking about this for a while now, but. Yes, and then again, to be fair, eventually one cop came in and escorted her. But again, this was after she had already been physically assaulted by this mob who had seen that the cops were doing nothing while they intimidated her.
Can you arrest, or this is a genuine question, can you arrest the Orthodox Jewish community because they have their own police department? Was also something that stopped them from... Because, I mean, it's already crazy. Niggas got their own police department where you can be like...
that doesn't mean that only that police department has jurisdiction.
Okay, so I didn't know. I just heard about the self-policing community, and I didn't know if that meant like NYPD can't police. Because you see like a lot of...
No, and I don't think that those are... they're not like fully legally policed. Like they're able to patrol and stuff, but
if somebody
to my knowledge, maybe I'll have to look at that. But and the last thing I wanted to mention is that another argument that her lawyer is presenting that goes beyond just that goes beyond just we're not arresting or charging a cop for not doing their job, for doing nothing, is that this was like a political thing, like because one side represented Israel and the other side seemingly represented Palestine, that they're going to present that argument that it was selective. It wasn't just that, we can't charge an officer for a crime for not doing their job. The fact that it was political in nature, they're going to argue that they were being selective, and that could be a crime.
There was no this wasn't partisan.
Yes.
Or is it was partisan? I don't know.
Yes, it was partisan. But speaking of cops choosing sides in politics, our next article, we're going to Miami.
Going to Miami. Party all night when the streets is on all night. Okay. Miami Beach woman sues city leaders over police visit tied to social media post. A Miami Beach woman has filed a federal lawsuit against the city, its mayor, and police chief, claiming her First Amendment rights were violated after police visited her home following a social media post. Rachel Pacheco alleges city leaders and law enforcement retaliated against her and discriminated against her viewpoint after she posted a critical comment on Facebook about Miami Beach Mayor Stephen Minor. She says the post led to officers showing up at her door. Big Brother, all that bullshit. I think this is a tremendous opportunity for us to set a precedent that puts an end to abuse of power and an attack on civil liberties of residents by both the mayor and law enforcement, Pacheco said. oh man, this is a free speech, this is a freedom of speech story. Joe Rogan and Andrew Schultz should all be all over this. In her lawsuits, Pacheco claims the mayor, police chief, and other city leaders targeted her for negative Facebook comments in which she claims the mayor called for the death of Palestinians. She believes her post was singled out and prompted the police response. Mayor Stephen Miner previously, I'm sorry, let me read that. She believes her post was singled out and prompted the police response. Mayor Stephen Miner previously stated he sent the comment to the chief, which he commonly does with what he deems hate speech at the request of the chief.
Oh my God.
But that's so crazy.
The mayor personally screenshotted a comment to the police chief that he didn't like, and now the chief is knocking on your door.
In the most bitch-made era. The most bitch-made times, dog. Pacheco documented the encounter and shared it on Facebook, including video of officers asking whether the account belonged to her. Responding to the lawsuit, Miner said the filing contains inaccuracies and suggested the statements at issues could be defamatory. We will defend the right for every person of every background to live freely here in Miami Beach, and certainly for our Jewish community, Miner said. Nigga didn't even say nothing about the he was like accused of saying Palestinians should die. And he's like, hey, we believe in the right of Jewish lives. Nigga, that's no one even. You're talking about the Palestinians.
Yeah, look, this is not new.
This is psychotic. It's like watching the bending of the frame. It's just like it's like an illogical conversation. It's like, no, stop. We're not even talking about. We're talking about the Palestinian part. Yes, but like I said, the Jewish community deserves. And it's like, what?
This is how the American dialogue on this topic has been programmed forever now. I mean, it's fucking absurd.
It feels like a nonsensical argument.
It is.
Talking to no, you're not even staying in the realms of the conversation, in the borders of what we're talking about. You keep going out. You keep doing.
It's hard to defend a settler colonial ethno state in 2026.
Yeah.
You gotta have arguments like this.
Yeah, where you just completely dismiss everything that they're saying. And
yeah,
just come
and
over
people
here.
buy these arguments.
But
you know?
then, what's that famous? There's like a famous quote. I mean, like honestly, and I just heard it like the past 2 months. But it's like I got a source to quote, but it's essentially saying like when a person is paid to not, you're not gonna make someone understand something when they're paid to not understand it. It's like I feel like I probably butchered the quote. But it basically is like, yeah, these people are going to purposely always not understand it because they have an agenda to not understand and to misrepresent and misframe.
Of course,
everything.
Politics is parts of people's identities, you know. So they can't really imagine being pro-Palestinian and anti-Israeli.
But we live in such a time of like morals. There's clear morals and there's clear ethics, and like people will love to like claim themselves as these ethic and moral. Everyone loves to be like maybe not everybody, but like people for the most part think they're moral humans until you just start talking to them and you're like, nigga, you're a murderer. Nigga, you have like. You are like a sociopathic belief system. Like you claim like you think you're a good person, you think you have morals, but then you'd be like, also, I think every Palestinian should die. It's like, that's a bad person.
Yeah, and that's like 85% of Israelis when you poll them.
I know, even though like I see the like.
That's not the exact number. I'm just saying it's a well-known thing. But you poll Israelis about how they feel about Gaza. It is shocking.
I just watching a documentary on like the internal strife that was going on in Israel and like how like obviously even like Netanyahu, like there's like a civil war happening. Civil war is a strong word. But
yeah, I mean, Netanyahu, like they were pushing for him to resign. He had all these corruption charges and stuff. So it's another way he's incentivized to keep the Gaza stuff going. Now the Iran stuff going. Not only because it's like a long-term goal of Israel to completely ethnically cleanse those lands and to topple Iran, but also it serves as double for him as a distraction from all the corruption charges he was running away from. Netanyahu was not popular before all this went down. Now he is popular.
Yeah. And I mean, like, just if you're in Israel, you believe in the project of Israel. So, of course, you don't really.
Yeah.
No one's like, we should, now that I'm here, I think we should take the land. We should leave. Like, no.
Well, it's like, I remember arguing with one of our friends about this years before October 7th. And we brought up like how crazy right-wing Israel is and Israelis are. And I always remember what he said back. And he was like, well, like, what do you expect? Like, on the other side of the wall is all these people who are so angry at them. Like, of course, they're going to cling to national security and fear. They have legitimate things to be afraid of. And it's like, to me, that was such a shocking response because it's like, you get so much of it,
Yeah.
except the most
But
important
that
thing. And it's
you-
like, yeah, of course they're scared of the people they have locked in a cage and forced to drive on different roads.
And who wants their grandma's land back and houses?
Yes. And it's like, yeah, they should be afraid because of what they're doing to innocent people. That doesn't justify, like, but it is true. Like, that does help anyone understand why the Israeli society is the way it is, because they have built this hell for everyone in that area to live in. And yeah, now you have this insanely right-wing genocidal population to deal with.
It reminds me of someone who like takes no accountability and like they feel the guilt, but instead of like in processing that guilt and like being like, am I wrong? They just turn into anger and hate and just double down on their wrongness and then just center an entire ideology around that. And it's just like, bro, you're obviously fucking wrong. You should not have gone over into these people's land, stolen their, you've justified it in your own mind, and used the wealth and purse of the American tax dollars, taxpayers to fucking, I mean, well, it was actually British, like started the fucking whatever. But yeah, it's just like, of course, like they just double down into like this right-wing egotistic, like hate ideology, like they foment hate. But yeah, like I think like you're saying, of course, most of Israel is anti. Even if they're like anti-Netanyahu, they're still much pro-Israel. They fucking live in Israel.
Pro-genocide. But
Couldn't be me, gang.
couldn't be Ashton.
Could not be me unless we're talking about. Never mind.
But to come back to this story about the KAWPS and our previous story about the KAWPS, when it comes to Israel-Palestine, it's like, the KAWPS, I feel like the average person in America looks at the police as sort of like a political actor, but not an entity that has its own politics. Like they're not participating in politics the way we are. They just happen to be involved, like be something we talk about in politics because we have like an incident every now and then. I put every now and then in quotes. But the reality is that we see in these two stories is that the KAWPS are also like a political force. Like they are very right wing. We know this. The police unions and their endorsements are super important for all local elections. And they are big time right wing political actors. And I feel like this is something that should be more like in the discussion about the effects that the police have, because they are not only acting as police, but they are also responsible for pushing policies that further increase their power and further like entrench their role as serving capital and serving supremacy. And so of course they're going to be pro-Israeli, anti-Palestinian, and not going to be like neutral bystanders in any of this. The only time there will be a neutral bystander in this is when there is a Zionist mob attacking an innocent woman just trying to get home.
Are they neutral?
They're neutral in the sense that they didn't do shit.
Yeah, sure.
But I agree with your point. That's not neutral.
I'm like, it's like, and that's what the fucking lawyer was arguing.
Yes.
Bitch, you picked a side.
Exactly.
But yes, that is, I mean, yeah, this story is insane. It's literally like, first off, if you're any normal functioning society with like real ethics and morals would not have their fucking chief of police on Facebook arresting people for Facebook posts, that's like already automatic.
Facebook comments.
Yeah, nigga, you're fired. You're fucking get his ass out of here, bro. What are you doing?
If this was a standard for everyone, my boy Ashton here would be in solitary confinement, and I can't live in that world.
Listen, oh my God, listen, you want to talk about Facebook comments?
I know
my shit be fucking World War III. Yeah. I say anything. Oh my God,
you be lining up at the gallows.
Yeah. Oh my God. I meant it.
Yeah, that's your last words.
Bro, oh my God, you should see my comments. My mom and aunt are in my comments fighting white niggas. She's like, shut your goofy ass. I'm like, yo, stop.
Wow, the whole family.
The whole family swinging on niggas. Not even my little sister. She was like, can you stop? I was like, no.
Yeah.
I made a post.
Ashton, I'm getting doxxed again.
I know. I got to think about that part. I
know. It's scary. It's scary out there.
I'm getting engagement. No, it's pretty bad. Pretty fucking bad.
You said that like you were gonna you were announced that you're engaged.
Like, guess who's getting engagement?
Yeah.
It's me and this guy named Chuck. we're fighting.
Yeah, and fuck Chuck. That's another stance we got on this podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's round out this
last
episode
story?
with last story. A story we've talked about before, coming out of Phoenix. But our new update on it is the fate of the police involved in this crazy, ridiculous corruption story. So, reading from Phoenix New Times. No punishment for Phoenix cops involved in bogus 2020 gang arrests. Phoenix Police Chief Matt Giordano announced there would be no discipline for 3 former officers for their role in a massive scandal in which they arrested and charged George Floyd protesters with being in a fake gang in 2020. So let's, if anyone,
so racist.
Huh?
It's just so racist.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously it's racist, and it's beyond the initial racism of trying to criminalize protesting when cops kill unarmed black men. But
every time I see 3 white guys in a group, I'm calling them a Charlie Kirk gang. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
But these were okay. So it's 2020, and people are protesting. And so they rounded up and arrested a group of protesters that were like, conjure up in your mind the image of those protesters. It was like some college students. Mm-hmm. I remember there was like this brown girl who was like, college girl, smart college girl. There was like barista type people. These are young college age. Yeah. Protesters, maybe activists, and the Phoenix police quite literally created a gang that these college kids were in. They called it the ACAB gang.
Any gang, sorry, I moved this mic, but any gang, you cannot be a gang if the R word, if you have to say the word R word, which I'm not going to say, but like if you heard the word R word.
Oh, you're not being very gangster right now.
Exactly. This ain't no gang. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you just say the R word? That's not a gang. She's not a gang member. That automatically removes them.
Yes.
So.
Gangsters are like, hey, where are you from? And what's your pronouns?
What's that you claiming? Are you non-binary? Yeah. They, them, how do I? Hey, cut.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the gang.
Throwing up gang signs. I'm actually ASL. I'm actually saying, welcome, friend.
Yeah, so this is the gang that they were inventing, the police, and arrested and charged them with. So now these like college activist type kids are being federal gang charges they're facing.
Every time. It's like in the courts. I hope they lose. But I don't know why police do shit like this because they care so much about their image. They care. Police care so much. They're like Clavicular. They care. All they want is to look good, and they do the dumbest shit. In the fucking world. And you're like,
well, they care. Stupid. They have PR, which is also a hilarious thing to bring up. We don't really have very many government entities that have PR firms on their payroll.
Fire.
Right? Ain't no firefighter PR.
male
Firefighters
people.
are mostly out there putting out fires.
Yeah, no. You know who needs some good PR? The people at the DMV. They need
Yeah.
PR, okay?
Yeah.
I would understand if they had a $30 million budget.
Yeah.
Because fuck them, bitch. But
no one needs it more than the police, and that's why they have PR teams. But so going.
Let me check with my PR guy real quick.
Yeah.
Fucking insane.
There's like a dead guy lying in front of them.
Ooh, hold on.
Let me call. Hey, Chip, what you got on this one?
I'm gonna send you a picture real quick. That's crazy.
Yeah. So some of the things they tried to say for this alleged gang is they said, you know, they're the ACAB gang. So they're like, oh, they say this, they made this chant. You know how gangs chant their name, their gang name? Yeah. And they said they had sharpened nails and umbrellas they were using as weapons. And
these sound like now they're describing like penguin henchmen from the like, the sharpened nails and umbrellas.
Yeah,
they had beaks.
Yeah, yeah.
The fuck.
But you know, I'm gonna again read from the very first sentence, just to really illustrate how insane police accountability is. Because listen to who's making this announcement: Phoenix Police Chief Matt Giordano announced that there would be no discipline for the 3 former officers for their role in the massive scandal in which they arrested and charged George Floyd protesters with being in a fake gang in 2020.
Mind you, we opened up this story with people not getting in trouble for fucking fake DUIs.
Yeah.
It's like you can fake it.
Yeah.
You literally can just fake it as a cop and they'll still protect you. Sorry, sensing a pattern here.
Yeah.
That's all.
The officers were accused of colluding with prosecutors and charging 18 protesters with being in a gang that did not exist. The Maricopa County Attorney's Office later dropped the charges, and the lead prosecutor on the case, April Sponsel, was suspended from practicing law. Hilarious. The scandal was exposed.
So they got more
the prosecutor
repercussion than the actual cops.
Yeah.
I don't even get.
Yeah.
That's so you do recognize fault and like
that's a great point.
But you don't punish.
Yeah. Boys will be boys. Now that prosecutor lady, that old bookworm over there,
she can go to hell.
Yeah. Yeah. But we'll settle with prison. The scandal was exposed by ABC 15 in its politically charged investigative series, which showed how the officers and prosecutors created a bogus gang and lied to a grand jury to secure indictments.
That's not good. We need TV shows to like expose our police. So you would hope that there's just like a independent, like
What do you mean TV show?
ABC 15.
It was a news segment. It was like the news did this.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Even that, I'm like, which I appreciate journalism. Thank you, journalism. Of course, journalism.
The whole podcast depends on
I know.
This type of work. The local news
it just blows
exposés.
my mind that there's just no like internal like independent force that like, hey, is this? It takes literally hunches and like. Otherwise, if there were no if there wasn't no journalism, then these guys would have just gotten away with it.
But as far as investigative journalism goes, I mean, this is kind of a home run, you know.
Yeah,
the cops are saying that this psych major is part of the ACAB gang because she has long fingernails.
Yeah.
I think we got a story.
Yeah,
pretty easy one.
Yeah.
Bogus gang and lied to a grand jury to secure indictments. Case files used in their reporting showed that Phoenix Police Sergeant Doug McBride misled the grand jury. But McBride and other officers involved in the scandal will now officially skate from any actual consequences. The Pinal County Attorney's Office conducted a criminal investigation into the scandal and declined to charge anyone involved. And again, they are lying in court to a grand jury in order to frame peaceful protesters for being in a gang and throw them in jail. Yeah.
Isn't that the word?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but
lying in court.
Seems like these are
That's
criminal activities. And on Friday, Phoenix police announced that no officers will face discipline. So not even like work consequences.
I'm going to do it again.
Not even getting put on a PIP or like having a meeting. No
Can
offers
I
will-
still come to the pizza party on Friday?
Of course you can come to the pizza party,
Why would
brother.
you think you couldn't come to the pizza party? Thanks.
So no discipline, despite internal investigations finding that several had violated department policy. 6 officers were investigated in 2 multi-year administrative investigations by the Phoenix Police Department's Professional Standards Bureau. The department said 3 of those officers, McBride and officers Alex Vogt and Joseph Crowley, were found to have violated department policy. The violations included, quote, providing false information and taking actions that jeopardize the status of a criminal or administrative investigation or prosecution. Class 2 and 3 violations that, according to department policy, can result in disciplinary actions ranging from a 40-hour suspension to termination. However, since those 3 officers no longer work for the department, no one can be disciplined, Giordano told Phoenix News-Times. McBride retired in December, and Vogt and Crowley resigned in the years following the incident. Can you imagine? They're like, well, we would arrest this bank robber, but he told us he's quit robbing banks. So what can we do? Arrest a guy who's not robbing banks for robbing banks?
Former bank robber?
Come on now.
That's literally they discover the forgiveness of Jesus.
Yeah.
Whenever it comes to cops.
Yeah.
They find the light of God when it comes to.
We're practicing radical empathy here.
Yeah. We're soft parenting with our police. What the fuck?
The PSB, so the Bureau, found that the other 3 officers, Sergeant James Grote and officers Christopher Turiano and Jeffrey Raymond, did not violate department policy. They all still worked for the department. Giordano told New York Times that when he took over the department in August 2025, he was surprised to learn that the cases were still ongoing. Nonetheless, he stressed that administrative investigations take time.
So they basically Trende Aragua. How do you say it?
Trende Aragua.
That's not a real gang, right?
No. So Trende Aragua is a real Venezuelan prison gang. There's just no real evidence that they are active in the U.S. You're thinking of like the Something del Sol.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of.
The U.S. government has manufactured them being like an actual.
So that's literally this, but for.
Yeah, I mean, it's even more pathetic because that Del Sol thing came from like Venezuelan, I believe, like military officers wearing like a certain badge and basically taking that and running with it, creating this like massive organization. This is like even more absurd.
Yeah,
like the ACAB gang. That is so stupid.
And you come on.
You know what it is like? It's like Antifa. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
It's like the feds imagining Antifa being a
nigga
real.
about to arrest all of Bushwick. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Nigga, we all in the ACAB gang, I guess.
Yeah.
That is so stupid. Well, I'm glad those guys. I mean, last week we had a story where they did convict.
They did. The quote unquote Antifa all convicted for domestic terrorism
that shit
charges.
shook me for real. That shit shook. I'm like, they're gonna use this as a precedent in Texas, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna use that. I just thought they were gonna start trying to use this as a precedent to do stuff like this. To like, I'm glad they got off, and people saw the investigative journalism exposed that it was.
Yeah.
Come on, this is like obviously a lie, but
yeah, I mean, with the quote unquote Antifa domestic terrorists, there was a guy out of those, like, you know, however many there were.
He shot. I know.
Who shot an agent.
That's not what I'm like.
So they had something to work with there.
Oh, okay.
This is like, come on. We know what those protests protesters were, you know?
Yeah.
College kids.
Well, I'm glad they were like, this is stupid. I am happy because it's like obviously stupid, but you don't get those wins quite often. It's very real.
But I mean, that win came a couple years ago. This is that the police chief announcing, like, so we looked into it, and we're not pressing any charges, and we're not doing any investigations, and let's just all move on. Can we just move on, folks?
Guys, what are we still talking? You're still talking about this?
You know, if you hold on to a grudge, you're really just hurting yourself.
Yeah.
You ever thought about that?
I'm just like, but now every other, like, but none of them are working. Okay, that's good. That's good. Because
Yeah, well, yeah. The 3 of them that were found, there was 3 that were found to have violated policy. They all quit. And then there's 3 that were not found to have violated policy, and they're still there.
I quit. Can't do nothing now.
Yeah.
Damn. It's fucked up. But those were the stories, guys.
Yep, that's the episode. Thanks for listening, y'all.
See y'all next week.